Every witness died within a week except one. The murder took place in a secluded mountain cabin, surrounded by pine trees and silence. On a cold October night, Thomas Weller was found dead, stabbed 5 times in the chest. The cabin door was unlocked, the window open. No signs of forced entry, no robbery, just blood on the floor, and one name whispered by his dying lips: Gray. 5 people were near the cabin that night, each claiming to have seen a man in a gray hoodie leaving the scene. Police began taking witness statements. None of them knew each other. All were shaken but cooperative. That wouldn't last long. On Tuesday, less than 48 hours after the murder, the first witness, Jonas McKee, 48, died in what appeared to be a freak accident. He tripped down a narrow stairwell at his home, broke his neck instantly. The autopsy showed no foul play. It was ruled accidental. No one made the connection yet. The other witnesses were briefly informed, but remained silent. They were scared. One of them, Lena Hart, 26, felt something was off. "That's too sudden," she told her roommate. "Too convenient." Her roommate laughed it off, but Lena didn't sleep that night. She kept checking the locks on her windows. Twice. 2 days later, the second witness, Ruth Allen, an elderly woman who had been walking her dog past the cabin that night, died in a house fire. Investigators said it started in the kitchen. Her gas line had apparently malfunctioned, but her daughter who lived nearby said Ruth never used the stove. Ever. Lena read the news online, her blood freezing. 2 witnesses, 2 days, 2 deaths. "It's not a coincidence," she whispered to herself. That night she received an anonymous text. "Don't talk to anyone. No name, no number. Just that one sentence." She turned off her phone and curled into bed. Lena tried to ignore it. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe the deaths really were accidents. But the third witness, a 30-year-old barista named Jared, was found dead in his apartment on Friday. Police said it was suicide, wrists slashed in the bathtub. No note, just blood smeared across the wall. 4 letters, G-R-A-Y. Now it was real. Lena called the police, but the detective assigned, Detective Monroe, wasn't convinced. "People react to trauma in strange ways," he said. "You're young. Your mind may be..." She cut him off. 3 people are dead. What more do you need?" He paused. "Proof." On Saturday night, Lena noticed strange things around her apartment. Her toothbrush was wet, even though she hadn't used it. Her bathroom mirror had a long, thin scratch across it she couldn't remember seeing before. But the worst part came when she turned off the light and caught for just a second a reflection that didn't match hers. Someone behind her. She flipped the switch on. Nothing there. Her cat hissed at the bathroom door all night. Lena didn't sleep. She knew she was being watched. And the fourth witness? A college kid named Adrian. Died that night in a hit and run. Now Lena was the only one left. She called Detective Monroe again, this time begging. "They're not accidents. I'm next." "I can't put you under protection for a hunch," he said. "We're stretched thin. You said you needed proof. Let me give it to you." She started documenting everything, photos, voice memos, notes. She bought a camera and set it up in her bedroom at night. Nothing showed up until Tuesday morning. At 3:41 a.m., a figure in a hoodie stood motionless at the edge of her bed for 6 minutes. Then it disappeared. The file was corrupted. Despite the video glitch, Lena showed the camera footage to Monroe. He frowned. "Could be someone you know. A prank. Still not enough." "What will be enough? My body?" she snapped. He didn't answer. That night, Lena stayed at a friend's house, trying to feel safe. She couldn't stop checking the windows. Her friend laughed at her. "You've been watching too many Netflix shows." But at 2:12 a.m., her friend's dog barked violently. The back door was open, even though no one had touched it. Her friend said it was the wind. Lena didn't believe it for a second. On Wednesday morning, Lena found a voicemail on her phone. The timestamp said 3:06 a.m. The message was just static at first, then faint breathing, then a whisper. "You talk, you die." Her hands shook. She forwarded it to the detective. He finally agreed to send someone to check her apartment. But they found nothing. No prints, no signs of forced entry, no trace of the hoodie figure. That afternoon, Monroe called her again. "Lay low, stay with someone you trust. We're still looking into the footage." But Lena was done waiting. She began recording her own story. Lena set up her phone on a tripod and recorded everything she remembered. About the night of the murder, the man in gray, the deaths, the messages. She uploaded the file to cloud storage and emailed it to herself with a backup drive hidden in her room. She said clearly on camera, "If anything happens to me, this wasn't suicide. This was a warning. The man in gray is real, and he's killing us one by one." Her voice shook at the end. She looked directly into the lens. "I'm not crazy, please believe me." Then the power cut out. When Monroe tried to call Lena the next day, she didn't answer. He sent a patrol car to her address. Her door was locked, lights off, cat gone, no signs of struggle, no Lena. Her laptop was still on the desk, the backup drive missing. A search was launched. Her family was contacted. No one had seen or heard from her since Wednesday evening. One neighbor reported seeing a man in a gray hoodie at the entrance of her building that night. But security cameras were mysteriously disabled for 3 hours. Lena Hart had vanished without a trace. Detective Monroe gained access to Lena's cloud account. Her video was there, but it wouldn't play. "File corrupted," the message read. The email with the video link was still in her outbox, but the video itself had vanished. No backup, no trace. Her phone was never recovered. The voicemail she forwarded, missing from the police server. Every piece of her warning, gone. Monroe began to wonder if someone inside the department was involved, or if the killer was always 2 steps ahead. The name Gray haunted him. He started sleeping with a pistol under his pillow. 2 months passed. No leads. No trace of Lena. Then one night, a woman named Elise came into the precinct, pale, shaking. She had been hiking alone near the same mountain trail where the murder happened. "I saw him," she said. "Who?" "The man in gray. He followed me for 2 hours. I only lost him when I jumped into a river." Monroe stared at her. "You need to leave town," he said. "Why?" He looked down. "Because everyone who's seen him dies within a week," Elise asked. "Everyone?" He hesitated. "Everyone," he said, "except Lena." That night, Monroe received an anonymous email. No subject, no sender, just a file attachment. He scanned it. Safe. He clicked play. It was Lena, sitting on her bed, pale, tired, defiant. "If you're seeing this," she said, "I'm alive, but I can't go home. I'm being hunted. They'll erase this message like they erased everything else." She leaned closer to the camera. "Gray isn't a man. He's an idea. He's whoever we choose to ignore." Then the video cut out. The timestamp was dated 1 day ago. Lena Hart was still out there. Monroe started digging. All the files related to Gray had been deleted. Every witness death had loose ends. Each scene was perfectly accidental, but too clean, too neat. The deeper he looked, the more resistance he met. Supervisors told him to drop it. He went back to the cabin, alone. The inside had been cleaned, renovated, but in the wooden beam above the fireplace, he found a single carving, LH. He stared at it for a long time. She had been here. Maybe she still was. Or maybe she was watching him, like Gray. Weeks passed. Monroe quit the force. He left town quietly, changed his number, disconnected everything. But sometimes at 3 a.m., he still woke up to static on his phone, a whisper he couldn't quite make out. He knew it was only a matter of time, because there are no witnesses left, except one, and even she knows. You can't outrun what doesn't need to be seen. You can only stay quiet and hope Gray forgets your name.